I'm gonna keep that in too.
All right.
Hey, this is Big Shell, aka SynKyller, and welcome to another episode of Fighters Fury. I have here the man, the myth, the legend. Actually, perfect legend. What's going on?
What's up, man? I'm good.
All right, and congratulations on winning Beatdown 2 just now.
Thank you.
It was a tough battle.
Man, it's more like adjusting to like fucking lag and shit. Monitors, but that was the toughest part to me.
Okay. So, can you please tell the audience out there just who Perfect Legend is?
I'm just some regular dude from Toledo, Ohio. I guess you can say I play games professionally. Used to do it for a living, but like since the economies went down and shit, I got cut out of the league. Well, the league I played for went under and all this other nonsense, and people stopped playing DOA. So that's another thing. So I had to move on to other games and stuff. Not that I like any of them too much as I like past games I played, but I don't know. I like competition, so I just get on with that. And now just locally getting out to tournaments around here in Cleveland or Columbus or whatever. I went to Evo, but I didn't do too well. Like it was my first time at Evo for like four years or whatever, but it was cool. Like other than gaming, I just go to school. I'm at ITT Tech. I'm actually about to finish this year and I have my degree. And I'm probably going to become a 911 dispatcher before this year is up. I don't know why. Like I randomly thought about doing it. Well, my mom suggested to me to go into that since I'm like really good with typing and like taking down data like really fast. Other than that, I go to clubs and just party it up because this shit's fun as hell.
Speaking of which, you almost got kicked out of a club just recently. That's what you said.
Yeah. They was gonna kick me out for dancing. Yeah.
That's the most retarded thing I ever heard.
They said no dancing ghetto. At first, it was like you must be dancing with a girl if you're gonna be dancing. But I was like, well, girls like to watch me dance, so what the hell? I mean, like it's entertainment. I mean, it brings more people to your club. If anything, you should be paying me or something, or give me free drinks, hooking me up, or shots or whatever. But instead of like trying to kick me out because you want like drunkers all over the dance floor. But what if they like bust their head and shit, and then like you got a lawsuit? How you gonna feel about that?
As ever, the man with many words. So, let's talk about it. You're known throughout the fighting game community for your Dead or Alive play. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you explain more about that?
It took me to start up playing. Let's see. First time I ever went to, I was like 17. I went to Texas, took a like 24-hour bus called Tournament Texas. I went there and played second in everything DOA. Like it was like Dead or Alive 2 tag, Dead or Alive 3 singles, and Dead or Alive 3 singles. I went Dead or Alive 2 singles, and I like took second and all that. They started calling me the Justin Wong DOA. And then from there, like I've never placed outside of top 3 in a game, like in any tournament. And mostly I'm always like first or second most of the time. If I take 3, well, third is like rare. But I will say like the lowest place I've ever gotten was like 7th or whatever you could say. It was maybe like like 5th, because in CGS in the league there was a point system and shit, and I was like rated 5th. But honestly, I can't play like laggy ass TVs or whatever. Especially like maybe I get used to it, but not if they like take your controller away from you, which they do. They take your controller away from you for like at least 2 hours, so you have no warm up. You have to go in and just play on this like laggy setup that you haven't played all day or anything.
Okay. And what characters were you using in DOA?
Honestly, I could use the entire cast, but who I would pick in tournament would be like Jan Lee, Hayate Pitfall. Like I pioneered those 3 characters in the game. So like, if you see anyone else like playing the character, they pretty much use a copy of what I did.
Okay.
Since we didn't really have like an arcade scene or anything to go by, we had to like innovate and do shit on our own.
Okay. So you hope that they're gonna make a DOA 5?
Yeah, I hope they make another DOA 5. Like supposedly it's in development, but like they showed us a picture, but it was actually some Photoshop shit that they did on their website, and it just cast it out. I was like, yeah, DOA 5 is in development. It was bullshit. Like it's in development, but the picture was like bullshit. It was old Dead or Alive 4 pictures and like some kind of Photoshop background with like make it look like it's a real menu. Like they're scrolling through and they're not. They just took up the picture and put it in high definition and like posted it up online. Made it seem like that's what it was, but it wasn't. But I'm really looking forward to DOA 5 because like they took DOA 4 out of Evo because we were low entrance. We had like 64 people, I believe. Altogether, it's like 100 if you count the qualifiers and whatnot. But like back then, the DOA community was really young. Like a lot of us had, we were kids basically. Like I was only 18. A lot of players were around that age or a little bit younger, so they couldn't travel. Or it was hard because they had to get their parents to let them travel, where they were like struggling in college or something like that. But still, all the top players made it out, so it was still a good prestigious event. Unlike what I guess most people would say, because everyone thinks no one plays DOA, and people like play that shit. I don't know why, but I can go online right now and find like a long list of lobbies. I don't understand. Like people play this shit online all the time, but like they just don't go to tournaments.
Okay. All right. That DOA has transcended has transcended over to Taken. Also, you've known notorious for playing Taken at tournaments.
Yeah.
Can you explain that one?
Well, I've always liked Tekken. Honestly, like a lot of stuff that I did in DOA came from things that I found out in Tekken, like just playing it. Like I was the first person in DOA to start like Korean backdashing. Like that was kind of impossible in DOA because no one just knew how to move around. And the actual D-pad for 360 was terrible. Well, it still is. I mean, like there's no way. It's just fucking garbage. And in Tekken, I'm known for playing Mishimas, and I have like really good movement or whatever. So I just took that over there. But Tekken is hard to like play that game at the highest level because one, I've known to play with. Online is balls. And when I go to a tournament, I always fight something new. So like I never fight anything I'm familiar with. So that is kind of difficult to play that game and like really want to stay in it. Because then like the only thing going for it right now is the MLG, Evo, and WCG. WCG is fucked up because people cheat so much. Like they report forfeit wins all the time, make you lose. Like the other day, qualifier was all right, so we're playing our final four, and I have to play like someone named Diana or whatever. So I'm thinking we're playing warm-ups, and we're not, because I'm not going to use like my main character in a warm-up. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Especially if I'm about to play you like the second later. I mean, it's cool if I'm playing casual with you like a week before or something, but well, anyway. So we play, and she records our warm-up matches as our actual matches. So I'm like, okay, that's bullshit. And I disputed it, but they don't care about me disputing anything. So I have to wait, like for the bracket to pan out, and for them to update the bracket. They never updated the bracket. So I'm sitting there waiting for me to have to play my opponent. I wait like 2 or 3 hours, and I'm just sitting there like, someone update the bracket. I'm sending it to referees and everything. They're not saying anything. So I end up falling asleep at my chair, just waiting. And I wake up, and then I look, and they reported forfeit wins on me. And I disputed it, and they didn't do anything about it. They said, fuck it. It was like, well, your guy that you had to play said you weren't on right time. I was like, dude, it's not my fault that you guys and your site is not able to update properly. I mean, that's not my fault. But you're going to like, fucking make it so it's harder for me to even qualify. Like, honestly, this isn't even the first time I got bullshit out. Like the first qualifier that I played in, like I made it to winners finals, and then the guy that I had to play forfeit win against me. And then I'm like, what the hell? I go to losers, and then the guy never shows up online, but the guy that was sitting in the grand finals, actually, no. I actually didn't make it to winners finals. I was like, semifinals or whatever, and I beat the guy, and then I got reported a forfeit win or forfeit loss, and the guy just didn't decide to get on, but it made it so we had to wait a couple days to even play, and there was another dude sitting in winners, so instead of having this played out, the guy just got the forfeit win. He got a free ticket while I having to play like anybody.
Wow.
Yeah.